shall not all sleep, but we shall all be changed in a moment, in the twinkling of an eye. At the last trumpet, shall sound, and the dead shall be raised, and the dead shall be raised incorruptible. The trumpet shall sound, and the dead shall be shall sound, and the dead shall be raised, and the dead shall be raised incorruptible. The trumpet shall sound, and the dead shall be raised incorruptible, and we shall be changed, and we shall be changed. The trumpet shall sound, the trumpet shall sound, and the dead shall be raised incorruptible, and we shall be changed, and we shall be changed, and we shall be changed, we shall be changed, and we shall be changed, and we shall be
Lo, Shiva is come to you. Now come to my heart and know the fire of the Holy Spirit, the fire of the ruby ray. I am the power of change. Depending on whether or not you desire change, you can surely have it. Change from the mortal to the immortal, the corruptible to the incorruptible. It is only a question of your desire, for desire is Shiva in action in your life. Desire is the telling of that which you shall draw unto yourself. By desiring, the law must fulfill that which is desired. Thus see what you have drawn to yourself, what you have repelled, what you can be and what you are not, and determine if you desire to have Shiva in action in your life. Know me and know my Shakti, for by the power of the feminine force is light gone forth. Light shall redeem, light shall always extinguish itself. in those who misuse it. For light is God and not mere energy. Light, light, light is the activating force of our twin flames of the Holy Spirit in action in you. Let me make it plain and simple. What you are and have today of God and light is by your desiring and your choosing. God will not hold anything from thee, my beloved, if you are willing to pay the price for the gift for which you ask. It is as simple as this. Desire the scepter of power to heal a world and be willing to give 10 times more of the misuse of power that you have recorded on your life. To give up something is the need of the hour. When you go to the altar, tell God what you will give in order to get what you would get. Let the divine interchange take place. Rags for riches. God is on the short end of the bargain. But in the end, he will have you and himself in you, all of you. So, beloved, write your list. It is more than a Santa Claus list. It is the determination of your life from this moment to the hour of the last breath. Ponder the breath, in and out, perpetually, by the heartbeat. The breathing does continue, but one day the last breath is drawn and then expelled. Know this then, that as the hairs of thy head are numbered, so thy breaths are numbered. The breathing in and the breathing out is the rhythm of Alpha and Omega, and the coming and the going of the Son of God, who is the beginning and the ending of your life. Choose this day whom you will serve, and see how your master becomes your servant. Serve the light, and the light will turn and serve you. Serve the darkness, and the darkness will turn and control you, until in its grips you cannot extricate yourself, and depending on a prior karma of good momentum, you may or may not receive assistance. No one does knowingly allow himself to be put in the jaws, the yawning jaws of darkness. Yet each day, people make choices to bind themselves to descending spirals, thinking a little bit will not hurt. I tell you, many drops make up the power of the Ganges. Many drops, beloved. Thus, drops of darkness create the river in hell. Thus you know Styx. Thus you know the fallen ones. They are prisoners of the darkness that they have espoused and put upon the youth of the world. Choose then a straight and narrow path. Come to Mount Kailasa. Come to the heights of the Himalayas. Know my consort and know me, for we are indeed archetypes of your twin flames. The path to God is easy. I say it, it is true. Set the eye and the heart, set the jaw and the gate. Lock yourself into that path, determined not to stray from it, and you will find, by remaining constant to your vow, it is not difficult. For in the constancy of the vow, beloved, all other momentums are starved. You no longer feed them your life force. They begin to dry up as an old snake skin and wither away in the wind. I am Shiva. I am always nigh at hand. I pursue, as the hound of heaven, the students on the path of the initiates of the East and of the ascended adepts. You do not need to call me with a long and loud call as if I were far away. A simple signal will suffice, for I am the genie of the ruby ray. I am always ready, beloved. Turn your life around with me, and I will show you my cosmic dance, and I will dance with you and whirl in the sphere of fire. Yes, I shall show you how imminent is your victory. Set forth your desirings, then make your life a one-pointed goal to achieve them. Nothing shall be impossible to you with God, as Brahma, Vishnu, and Shiva. Notice how in my aura you can fully believe what I am saying, for I hold a geometric matrix that does strengthen your mind and will and heart and body. In this moment you know that you can. You know that you will walk and dance and sing with me and Shakti all the days of your life, and you will have such a victory that on the way you shall also bind the Chaldean armies. You shall also know the company of saints and angels. All this is possible to you in God, and you know it in this moment. Therefore I inscribe it upon your soul. I strengthen you, beloved, now by the ruby fire. May you desire to retain it, for the law allows me to sustain this presence about you only for a certain length of time and breadth of space. Thus, beloved, my message is clear. It is a powerful and loving and wise one. It is the message of one who has followed and led your course for centuries and millennia. I am the eternal manifestation of the Holy Spirit. I am one with the Mahachohan. If you prefer to call to him, by all means do so, for I shall still be answering the call. The threefold flame in your heart is the personification of Brahma, Vishnu, and Shiva. You can see those three plumes as ourselves personified. Then you may talk to us. We are not a three-headed God, beloved, but three in one, for we also have a threefold flame. Thus threefold flame, again and again, repeated throughout eternity, does find us in the heart of every son and daughter of God. It is well for a time to visualize us personally rather than simply an impersonal flame that is burning. Meditate upon us not as statues or pagan gods, but as the very fire and the replica of the Godhead that has been placed in your heart. Feel the presence of that light now, for it does become a weight and a preponderance of the weight of God Himself. Know this weight for a moment in your chest cavity, as that weight is heavy as the world itself in the heart of the messenger. Know that God has presence and power and such a weight of dominion as to feel it, even as a weight in the body. But this is but for a moment, so that you can establish some sense of co-measurement as how you will remember us, how you will see us, and how you will know that we also merge as one in the single, unfed flame of sacred fire, even the Maxine light that burned on the altar of Atlantis. Yes, beloved, all returns to the one and the fire enfolding itself. All is available to you. Now, will you call for the Holy Spirit's action in your life?
Yes.
Now will you remember that the response is instantaneous and that I am there. I come, beloved, also with a new dispensation of momentum. By that which is achieved, I do personally sponsor this movement and organization as the culmination of its 33 years. Yes, I, Lord Shiva, shall multiply the gifts and graces of the sponsoring masters and the chelas in embodiment by my presence, by my flame. O ribbons of ruby fire, reach now to the farthest reaches of the earth and beyond. Let ruby ribbons be tied to the hearts of those who yearn for the ruby ray and for love and for this path and for the return, and to be done with all of the momentum of rebellion and resentment of the Swearneys. Oh yes, beloved, I am a dissolving fire, and those who are not ready for the fire of the Holy Spirit ought best prepare for it, for the Mahachohan has already announced. In California, the descent of the Holy Spirit's judgment. No one can stand the fire of the Holy Spirit in that judgment who has not filled himself with that fire and does meet it fire for fire. Yes, beloved, I counsel you, shirk not the responsibility, avoid not the opportunity to invoke the ruby ray. For it shall stand and still stand, and you shall stand with it and in it in the day when others cannot survive their karma, for they have not prepared to meet their God in the Lord. Shiva, that I am. Shiva, that I am. I am preparing you for all things, and it is my presence that shall enable you to make a decision, even this night, to go for the power of God and the transmutation of all of its abuses, to gain that empowerment and stand and still stand before all of the challengers of that power who come to you. You might as well, beloved, for sooner or later you must deal with this eventuality. To seek power because it is a necessity to move on in the spirals of the ascension, to receive power and therefore to be assailed by the fallen ones who have stolen the power of God. You will meet them sometime, somewhere. Why not do it in the eternal now, have done with it, and confirm before them all that you stand one with God, and therefore fear not their dire threatenings. Yes, my beloved, this is a day at hand when many can support you. Take it, for I see the days ahead when this initiation comes to you not by choice, but by the cycles having turned where you no longer have choice. And in that day, beloved, you shall not know such a support team as you find in the ascended hosts, the unascended brethren, the community, the messenger, and the group dynamics of your decrees. Take it, I say, take it, for I am Shiva. I am not a beggar, yet I have come, almost begging tonight. Rather than in the power of the ruby star, I speak, I seal, I love, I reach out, I hold, I bear, I am the magnet of the ruby ray of the central sun. I am Shiva. In the name of the living Christ, so command, and I comply. Thou art sealed now. This sealing will last a certain time, giving you the option to seal your vow. Make your pact with me, beloved, for we have many worlds to conquer and devils to dismiss permanently. C'est tout. Voilà. C'est fini.